What is up, good people? Welcome back to NBA Fantasy Focus. We will be doing a three-game recap on November 3rd. It was a light day in the NBA schedule, so let's get right into it with the winless Pistons picking up their first victory against the Brooklyn Nets, 106-92. Nice balanced attack for the Pistons. All their starters were in double digits, and they were led by Cade Cunningham, 19 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1 3. Turnovers were a little high, but the efficiency was good otherwise. Jalen Duren has been slumping lately. He stepped up, 13 points, 17 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks. Big night from Jalen Duren. So people who have him can not panic as much, I would say. Tobias Harris, 18, 6, and 5. Solid after a slow start. Jaden Ivey had 15, 5, and 5. Poor shooting, but otherwise pretty good. And Timmy Hardaway had 3 trays with 14 points. Malik Beasley had 4 trays off the bench, 18 points. He's a somewhat decent streaming option, I would say. And on the Brooklyn side of things, it was tough effort. Cam Johnson, probably the only lone bright spot. He had 26 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and 3 trays. And he's a solid late round pick there, I would say. Cam Thomas, I should say, 17, 2 and 2, bad shooting. Ben Simmons, 4, 6 and 6. And Dennis Schroeder, more of back to reality for Dennis, 7, 5 and 4. The 3 steals were nice, but overall a bad game for the Nets. And Nick Claxton, only 8 and 5, really bad free throws. And Brooklyn loses this one, and Detroit wins and moves along, and we move on to the next game. And next up, we have the Hawks visiting the Pelicans. Both teams severely undermanned. Injuries out the wazoo for both teams. Atlanta takes this one, moves to 3 and 4. Pelicans drop to 3 and 4. Monster night. Jalen Johnson, 29 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Beastly night for Jalen. He did everything except for hit a tray. Speaking of Trae Young, 23 points, 12 assists, a double-double, 4 rebounds, a steal, 5 3-pointers. Trae has been an absolute beast this year. And Dyson Daniels had a solid game for the Hawks after his injury. Missed time, 16, 5 and 3 with a steal, 2 trays. Zachary Risa-Shea had 11, 5. 3 steals was okay. Poor shooting. Clint Capella, 8 and 4. Not too much. And 14 and 6 for Larry Nance. He filled in for Onyeka Okongwu, who did not play. And let's take a look at the Pelican side of things. They were led by Brandon Ingram. Zion was out for this game. 32 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists for Ingram, 1 steal, 1 block, and 4 threes. Really good shooting from BI. As mentioned, Zion Williamson was not playing. Jordan Hawkins, 19, 3 and 3, 3 trays. Poor shooting. Alvarado, 9 and 7, not the greatest game. Really bad shooting. And Yves Missi, 4, 6 and 3. Not that great. Pretty much a one-man army there. 14 off the bench for Brandon Boston. He might be a decent streamer option with this beat-up Pelicans team. And we will move along to the next game and final game on the schedule. All right. The last game on the schedule was the Orlando Magic coming into Dallas. And with no Paulo Banchero, they were just steamrolled, mollywopped, 108-85. Probably not as close as the score shows. Orlando led by Franz Wagner, 13.6 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, and 1 3. Valiant effort by Franz. Jalen Suggs, 10, 4 and 2, a steal and 2 blocks and a tray, but really horrible shooting, and the rest of the Magic just didn't show up either. Wendell Carter re-injured himself. Rookie De Silva played 7, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, a block, 1 tray. Somewhat promising. Caldwell Pope just horrible. And Mo Wagner had 10 and 6 off the bench. Jonathan Isaac couldn't get much done here for the Magic. Magic are just falling really hard with no Paulo around, so they need to figure something out. 1-4 on the road. Mavericks 4-2, 3-1 at home. And the Mavericks, they were led by some guy named Luka Doncic, 32 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 threes. Great shooting from Luka, and that's his average for Luka. Monster game for most regular people. Kyrie Irving was solid, 17 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 1 3. Nice shooting from Kyrie. And he only played 28 minutes. Gafford was solid in his 20 minutes, 18 and 8. PJ Washington didn't do too much in his 28 minutes. Klay Thompson, 9, 5 and 4, 2 blocks. And for the bench for Dallas, Derek Lively, very, very solid game, 11 and 11. In only 20 minutes, 5 of 7 shooting. All in all, this was another beatdown. And Orlando, they fall hard. And that pretty much wraps it up for the 3 games on this November 3rd. If you found this show of value, please consider liking. And please consider subscribing to the channel. And I'll be back for the November 4th recap, 15 games. That will be a doozy, and looking forward to that. And then Tuesday, there will be no games, so not much going on there. And we will see everyone next time on NBA Fantasy Focus.